A famous actor catches a 9-year-old girl stealing food from his kitchen at night. What he does next will leave you speechless. This isn't just about leftovers. This is about a moment that changed 2 lives forever. Before we start, drop a comment and tell me where you're watching from today. 9-year-old Lily knew that being hungry was the worst feeling in the world. She stood very still behind the big refrigerator in Mr. Davis's kitchen. Her heart was beating so fast. She was waiting for Mrs. White, the mean housekeeper, to leave. Just 1 more minute, Lily whispered to herself. Please let her go away. Mr. Davis's kitchen was huge. It was bigger than Lily's whole apartment. The kitchen had shiny wooden cabinets, copper pots hanging from the walls, and cold stone counters. Lily knew every dark corner of this room. She had learned where to hide over many nights. Her mom, Grace, worked here as a cleaning lady. Grace made the floors so clean you could see your face in them. She put fresh flowers in vases every morning. She worked very hard and very quietly. Right now, Grace was upstairs changing bed sheets in the guest rooms. Lily knew her mom would be very tired when she finished. Her feet would hurt, and she would cough. That bad cough that she tried to hide. Lily's stomach hurt from being so empty. She looked at the clock. It was 9:04 at night. She heard a door close somewhere far away. Then everything was quiet. Lily counted to 60 in her head. Then she moved out from her hiding spot like a shadow. Her bare feet made no sound on the cold floor. She was heading to a metal cart near the back door. This was the leftover cart. This is where food went before being thrown away. Mrs. White was very strict about throwing away food. All leftover food had to be thrown out by 9:30 every night. She watched everything like a hawk. But the kitchen workers were kind. They would leave half a sandwich, some vegetables, or a piece of bread on a plate covered with foil. They left it there for an hour, just in case Mr. Davis wanted a late snack. He never did. Lily knew this. She also knew that at exactly 9:30, Mrs. White would come back and throw everything away. Lily's hands shook as she got close to the cart. Then she saw it. Her heart jumped with happiness. A bowl of pasta with cream sauce. It looked like someone had barely touched it. Next to it were 2 bread rolls. Lily's eyes filled with tears. She loved pasta. She couldn't remember the last time she ate something warm and filling. She grabbed the bowl carefully, like it was made of gold. The pasta was cold, but she didn't care. She was about to eat the first bite with her fingers when a shadow fell over her. The kitchen light clicked on. Lily froze. The bowl fell from her hands and crashed on the floor. The bowl broke and pasta spilled everywhere. A man stood in the doorway. He was tall but not scary looking. He wore old jeans and a simple black t-shirt. His dark hair was messy with some gray in it. His eyes looked very, very tired. It was Keanu Reeves, the man who owned this house. The famous actor whose face Lily had seen on movie posters. The man her mom always said must never be bothered. Lily's heart felt like it would explode. She was caught. Keanu stood in the doorway, trying to understand what he was seeing. He had lived in this house for 15 years. The house had 8 guest rooms, but he only used a few. His bedroom, his office, the kitchen, sometimes the living room to watch old movies late at night. Keanu never slept well. Tonight was like every other night. He couldn't sleep, so he decided to come to the kitchen and make warm milk like his mother used to make for him when he was young and had bad dreams. He walked downstairs in his bare feet. He expected to find darkness. Instead, he found a young girl reaching for food like it was treasure. Then the girl dropped the bowl. The sound of it breaking was very loud. The child was now pressed against the cart. Her eyes were wide and staring at the spilled food. She looked like a scared animal with nowhere to go. "What are you doing?" Keanu started to say. His voice sounded rough. Lily's mind was screaming at her. "Run. Hide. Say sorry. Mom will get fired. We'll lose everything." She dropped to her knees and started grabbing the spilled pasta with her bare hands. Her fingers were shaking as she put the creamy noodles back in the broken bowl. She didn't care that the sauce was getting everywhere. "I'm sorry," she whispered. The words came out fast. "I'll clean it up. Please don't tell Mrs. White. Please, sir." "I'm sorry." Keanu watched her. Something changed in his chest. He wasn't angry. He wasn't disgusted. He was confused. And underneath the confusion, he felt something else. Something he hadn't felt in a very long time. The girl's hands were red and covered with cream sauce. She wasn't looking at him. Her thin back shook with crying that she was trying to stop. Keanu noticed her clothes. They were clean but old. Washed so many times the colors had faded. Her shoes had holes near the toes. This wasn't a child looking for fun. This was a child who was hungry. Really, truly hungry. "Stop," Keanu said. His voice was softer now. "Please stop." Lily froze. Her hands were still full of cold pasta. Keanu got down on his knees slowly. He wanted to be at her level. He didn't want her to be more scared. "What's your name?" he asked quietly. She looked up at him. Her face had tears and a bit of cream sauce on her cheek. Her blue eyes were huge and full of fear and shame. "I'm Lily," she whispered. "Lily Bennett." "Bennett," Keanu repeated. The name clicked in his mind. Grace Bennett. The quiet cleaning lady who worked so carefully. He had seen Grace many times over the years. But he never knew she had a daughter. "You're Grace's daughter," he said. "Yes, sir," Lily whispered. "Where is your mother right now?" "She's working," Lily said quickly. "She's upstairs. She told me to stay in the staff room. She said to be quiet and read my book and wait for her." Keanu thought about this. "The staff room is on the other side of the house," he said gently. "You're not in the staff room, Lily." The girl flinched. Her eyes dropped back to the mess on the floor. Fresh tears ran down her cheeks. "I was hungry," she whispered. 3 words. 3 simple words that carried so much weight. "I was hungry." The kitchen was very quiet except for the soft hum of the refrigerator. The spilled pasta lay between them. "I see," Keanu said slowly. He looked at the cart, at the bread rolls, at the food this child had been eating. "This is what you were eating. The scraps. The things we throw away." Lily nodded sadly. "It was going to be thrown away," she said desperately. "Mrs. White throws everything away at 9:30. I wasn't really stealing, sir. I was just waiting for it to become garbage. Please, Mr. Davis. My mama needs this job. She works so hard." Before Keanu could say another word, a new voice cut through the kitchen like a knife. "What is the meaning of this?" Mrs. White stood in the doorway. She was a tall, strict woman in a crisp black uniform. Her gray hair was pulled into a tight bun. She was holding a large black trash bag in one hand. Her eyes took in the scene in 1 second. Mr. Davis in his old jeans. The girl on her knees. The spilled food on the floor. The broken bowl. Her face turned dark red with anger. "You," she snapped, pointing a long finger at Lily. "I knew it. I knew someone was stealing food. But it was you. It was you all along." Lily jumped to her feet and backed away. She pressed herself against the cold refrigerator. Her whole body was shaking. "Mrs. White," Keanu said. His voice was low and carried a warning. But the housekeeper wasn't listening. She walked toward Lily. Her heels clicked sharply on the stone floor. "You dirty little thief," she hissed. "Stealing from the hand that feeds your mother. I will have you both out of here tonight. Do you understand me? Tonight. I will call the police if I have to." "Mrs. White, that is enough," Keanu said. His voice was not loud, but it carried a weight that made the housekeeper stop. It was a tone she had never heard from him before. In all her years working in this house, Mr. Davis had always been quiet, polite, and distant. Until now. "Sir," she said, turning to face him. "I am so sorry you had to see this. This girl has broken every rule. I will fire them both immediately." "She is a child," Keanu said. The words were flat, cold, and final. "She is a thief," Mrs. White shot back. "You will do no such thing." The command echoed in the huge kitchen. Mrs. White stopped. Her mouth opened, then closed. "Sir," she tried again. "The mess, the rules. I have worked in this house for 12 years, and I have never allowed such bad behavior to go unpunished." "The mess can be cleaned," Keanu said. His eyes never left Mrs. White's face. "The rules can wait. Go to your office now." "But Mr. Davis." Keanu took 1 step toward her. Just 1 step, but it was enough. "I said go," he repeated. This time, his voice was barely above a whisper. It was more scary than any shout. "We will talk about this later. Right now, you will leave this kitchen." Mrs. White looked like she had been slapped. Her face went white. She looked at Lily one last time with pure hatred. Then, without another word, she turned and marched out of the kitchen. The kitchen was quiet again. Keanu let out a long breath. He looked at Lily, who was still shaking. Her face was pale. Her eyes were red from crying. She looked so small, so fragile, so afraid. "Well," he said, and his voice sounded softer than before. "I suppose we should clean this up." He walked to the sink, pulled a clean cloth from a hook, and wet it under the tap. Then he walked back to where the pasta had spilled. And he did something that made Lily gasp. He knelt down. Right there on the cold stone floor, Keanu Reeves got down on his knees next to the mess. He began wiping up the sticky cream sauce with the cloth. Lily stared at him. Her mouth was open, but no words came out. This man, this famous man, was on his knees cleaning up her mess. "Sir, no," she finally said. "I'll do it. It's my fault." Keanu looked up at her. His eyes were tired, but there was something warm in them now. "We'll do it together," he said simply. "Come on. Help me." Slowly, Lily knelt down beside him. Together, they began picking up the broken pieces of the bowl. They worked in silence. Their hands moved carefully among the sharp pieces and the cold pasta. Lily was still sniffling, but her tears had slowed. There was something about this man that made her feel like maybe everything wasn't going to fall apart. As Lily reached for a piece of the broken bowl, her sleeve pulled up slightly. Keanu noticed something in her other hand. It was clutched tightly against her palm. It looked like an old button at first, but as the kitchen light caught it, Keanu saw it was made of bronze. "What is that?" he asked gently. Lily quickly pulled her sleeve down. Her eyes went wide with a new kind of fear. This wasn't the fear of punishment. This was the fear of losing something precious. "It's nothing, sir," she said quickly. "Just my lucky charm." "May I see it?" She hesitated, but there was something in his eyes, a real curiosity mixed with kindness, that made her want to trust him. Slowly, Lily opened her hand. It wasn't a button. It was a pin, old and worn, made of bronze that had gotten dull with age. It was shaped like an eagle with its wings spread wide. Its claws were holding a small flag. Keanu recognized it immediately. It was a military service pin, the kind given to families of decorated soldiers. "Where did you get this?" he asked. "It was my great-uncle's," Lily whispered. "My mama's uncle. His name was Thomas. Thomas Bennett. He was a soldier a long time ago." "A soldier," Keanu repeated. "He was a hero," Lily said. For the first time, her voice held something other than fear. There was pride there, small but strong. He was in the big war. The one in the old black and white pictures. Mama said he was very brave. He was a paratrooper. He jumped out of airplanes into places where there was fighting. Keanu felt his breath catch. A paratrooper. In the big war. That meant World War II. "Tell me about him," Keanu said softly. Lily looked down at the pin. She traced the eagle's wings with her fingertip. "He went to a place called Normandy. Do you know where that is?" "I do," Keanu said. His voice was thick with emotion. "Mama said he saved his whole team," Lily continued. "They were trapped. The enemy was in a big building, and there were too many of them. My great-uncle Thomas made a distraction. He ran out into the open. He made them all look at him so his friends could escape. He was hit," Keanu finished for her. Lily nodded. Her eyes were bright with tears. "Yes, he was hurt very badly. But he kept going. He kept fighting. His friends got away. They all survived because of him. But he didn't come home." She touched the pin gently. "They sent this to my great-grandma after the war. She gave it to my grandma gave it to my mama, and my mama gave it to me." She looked up at Keanu. Her blue eyes were fierce despite the tears. She said, "This is who we are. We are not people who run away. We are people who help others even when it's hard." She said to hold it when I'm scared. To remember Uncle Thomas. To remember that being brave doesn't mean not being afraid. It means doing the right thing even when you are afraid. Keanu stared at the pin, then at the girl. A paratrooper who gave his life to save his team at Normandy. And this was his legacy. A 9-year-old girl hiding in a rich man's kitchen, holding her hero's medal while her mother worked herself sick upstairs. Keanu stood up slowly. "Come with me," he said. Lily's heart jumped. "Where?" "Not to Mrs. White," he said quickly, seeing the fear on her face. He pointed to a small table in the corner. "Sit down." Lily did as she was told. She sat on the very edge of the chair, like a bird ready to fly away. Keanu walked to the big refrigerator and opened the door. The light inside spilled out, showing shelves full of food. He found what he was looking for. A ceramic container with a lid. He carried it to the microwave. A minute later, he placed a steaming bowl on the table in front of Lily. It was pasta. Real pasta. Made with 3 kinds of cheese. The steam rose from it in gentle wisps. "Eat," Keanu said. It was not a request. Lily stared at the bowl. "Sir, I can't. This is your food." "You're hungry," Keanu said simply. He grabbed one of the bread rolls from the cart, then took butter from the fridge and set it on the table. Slowly, Lily picked up the spoon. She took a small bite. It was the most delicious thing she had ever tasted. Her hunger roared to life. She took another bite, faster this time. Then another. She finished the entire bowl in less than 3 minutes. Then she ate the bread roll, spreading butter on it carefully. When she was done, she looked up at him. Her face was flushed with warmth. "Thank you," she whispered. "You're welcome," Keanu said. He sat down in the chair across from her. "Now," he said, leaning forward slightly, "you're going to tell me everything. You're going to tell me why Grace Bennett's daughter is hiding in my kitchen eating scraps. And you're going to tell me about your mother. The truth." Lily stared at the empty bowl. The food had warmed her from the inside out. "If I tell you," she whispered, "will you still fire my mama?" "I can't decide anything until I know what's happening," Keanu said. His voice was firm but not unkind. "But I don't like hurting good people. And your mother seems like a good person." Lily took a shaky breath. "Mama is sick, sir," she began. "She tries to hide it, but she coughs all the time. At night in our apartment, I can hear her. Sometimes she coughs so hard she can't breathe. And she gets so tired." "What's wrong with her?" Keanu asked. "It's her lungs," Lily said. "From the smoke. Our old apartment building had a fire a long time ago. Before we came here. Mama got everyone out on our floor. She knocked on all the doors. She carried old Mrs. Patterson down the stairs because Mrs. Patterson can't walk good." Keanu felt something cold settle in his chest. "She went back in?" "For Mr. Henderson's dog," Lily said. "Mr. Henderson is old, and he was crying because his dog was still inside. Mama ran back in to get the dog. She breathed in a lot of smoke. She looked down at her hands. The doctor said her lungs are scarred. They don't work right anymore. She has medicine, pink pills and a blue inhaler. But the doctor said she needs a special treatment, a new kind of medicine. He said it costs more than a car." She looked up. Her blue eyes were desperate. "We don't have that money, sir. Mama gives her whole paycheck to the hospital every month, but they keep sending letters. Red letters. They say they will stop giving her the medicine if she doesn't pay more." "So the food," Keanu said quietly. "The scraps. That's how you've been eating." Lily nodded. "We eat a lot of oatmeal and bread when it's on sale. Mama skips dinner almost every night. She tells me she ate at work, but I know she didn't. I can hear her stomach growling at night." Shame burned in her cheeks. "I just wanted to bring her something. We had 1 can of soup left at home. I told her I wasn't hungry so she would eat it. But then I came here with her tonight, and I could smell the kitchen. I just wanted 1 bite." Tears were streaming down her face now. "I'm sorry. Please don't fire my mama. She's all I have." "You have nothing to be sorry for," Keanu said. His voice was rough with emotion. He looked at the small fist in Lily's lap, still holding the bronze pin. "Your great-uncle," he said, changing the subject gently. "Tell me more about him." Lily's face changed. The fear went away, replaced by that tiny spark of pride. "Sergeant Thomas Bennett," she said. "That was his name. Mama keeps his picture on our wall. He's in his uniform and he looks so brave." Keanu was quiet for a long moment. He looked at this brave little girl. He thought about her mother working herself sick upstairs. He thought about the legacy of a hero carried in a small hand. Then he stood up and walked to the kitchen phone on the wall. He picked up the receiver and dialed a number. The phone rang twice before a sleepy voice answered. "Hello. Marcus, it's Keanu. I'm sorry to wake you." There was rustling. "Sir, it's almost 10 o'clock at night. Is everything all right?" "Everything is fine," Keanu said. "But I need you to do something for me tonight." "Tonight? What's happening?" "I have an employee here," Keanu said. His eyes met Lily's across the kitchen. "Her name is Grace Bennett. She has a daughter named Lily. Grace has a serious medical condition. Lung problems. She's been getting treatment at a hospital, but there are bills. Big bills. The hospital is threatening to stop her medication." Marcus was quiet. "I see. And what would you like me to do?" "I want you to find out which hospital," Keanu said. "First thing tomorrow morning, I want you to call them. I want you to pay the bill. All of it. Every penny she owes. Clear her account completely." Lily let out a small gasp. Her hand flew to her mouth. "Sir," Marcus said, "that could be a lot of money." "I know," Keanu replied. He was looking at Lily now, at the bronze pin still in her small hand. "I also want you to contact Dr. Thornton at Valley Medical Center. He's one of the best lung doctors in the state. I want Grace to have an appointment with him. Tomorrow morning. First thing." "Tomorrow morning," Marcus repeated. "Sir, Dr. Thornton is usually booked months ahead." "Tell him it's a personal request from me," Keanu said. "Tell him I'll consider it a favor. And Marcus, bill everything to my personal account. The hospital bills, the appointment, any treatments Dr. Thornton recommends. All of it. There was a pause. Understood, sir. I'll make the calls first thing. Thank you, Marcus. Keanu hung up the phone. He turned back to Lily, who was staring at him like he had just performed a miracle. Sir, she whispered. I can't. We can't accept this. It's too much. Keanu walked back to where she sat. He looked at her, really looked at her. Lily, he said. Your great-uncle ran into enemy fire to save his men. Your mother ran into a burning building to save her neighbors. Your family has spent generations helping others. Now, please be quiet and let someone help you. Lily couldn't speak. Tears ran down her face. But these were different tears. These were tears of relief, of hope, of gratitude. Keanu smiled gently. Come on, let's get you to bed. Your mother will be done working soon, and when she comes down, I'll talk to her. He held out his hand. After a moment, Lily took it. As they walked out of the kitchen together, Lily clutched her bronze pin tight. She thought about Uncle Thomas, about being brave, about doing the right thing even when you're afraid. And she realized that heroes come in all forms. Some jump out of airplanes, some run into burning buildings, and some find a hungry child in their kitchen and choose kindness over anger. Some choose to help when they have the power to help. That night, something changed in the big, quiet house on the hill. The darkness lifted just a little. The silence wasn't so heavy, because sometimes all it takes is one moment of compassion to change everything. One bowl of pasta, one conversation, one choice to see someone else's pain and do something about it. That's what real wealth looks like. That's what real power looks like. That's what being a hero really means.